In Job chapter 35, Elihu continues his discourse, focusing on the question of divine justice and the relationship between human actions and God's response. He begins by challenging Job's assertion that righteousness does not profit a man, emphasizing that righteousness does indeed have value in the eyes of God. Elihu argues that God's justice is not influenced by human actions or emotions, but rather operates according to his own perfect wisdom and righteousness. Elihu then addresses the question of whether Job's righteousness or sinfulness affects God in any way. He argues that neither Job's righteousness nor his sinfulness can affect God's actions, as God is infinitely greater and more powerful than any human being. Elihu emphasizes the importance of recognizing God's sovereignty and submitting to his will, rather than trying to influence him through human actions. Throughout his speech, Elihu emphasizes the importance of humility and reverence before God. He warns against pride and arrogance, urging Job to acknowledge his own limitations and to submit to God's authority. Elihu encourages Job to turn to God in repentance and humility, rather than seeking to justify himself before God or trying to manipulate him through human actions. Elihu's discourse in chapter 35 serves as a reminder of the importance of recognizing God's sovereignty and submitting to his will. His words highlight the limitations of human understanding and the need for humility and reverence in the face of divine justice. Through Elihu's intervention, the book of Job continues to explore themes of wisdom, justice, and the search for understanding in the midst of human suffering and adversity. Let's now read Job chapter 35. Elihu spake moreover, and said, Thinkest thou this to be right, that thou saidst, My righteousness is more than God's? For thou saidst, What advantage will it be unto thee? And, What profit shall I have, if I be cleansed from my sin? I will answer thee, and thy companions with thee. Look unto the heavens, and see, and behold the clouds which are higher than thou. If thou sinnest, what doest thou against him? Or if thy transgressions be multiplied, what doest thou unto him? If thou be righteous, what givest thou him? Or what receiveth he of thine hand? Thy wickedness may hurt a man as thou art, and thy righteousness may profit the Son of Man. By reason of the multitude of oppressions they make the oppressed to cry, they cry out by reason of the arm of the mighty. But none saith, Where is God my Maker, who giveth songs in the night? Who teacheth us more than the beasts of the earth, and maketh us wiser than the fowls of heaven? There they cry, but none giveth answer, because of the pride of evil men. Surely God will not hear vanity, neither will the Almighty regard it. Although thou sayest thou shalt not see him, yet judgment is before him, therefore trust thou in him. But now, because it is not so, he hath visited in his anger, yet he knoweth it not in great extremity. Therefore doth Job open his mouth in vain, he multiplieth words without knowledge. This ends our reading of Job chapter 35.